Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to teach you in Aya's kitchen the recipe for falafel. Who doesn't like falafel? So basically we're gonna make falafel from scratch. And I have soaked yesterday some chickpeas, as you can see, chickpeas, and fava beans. You know, we call them ful. So fava beans, like the abroad beans. You find them like this in the shop, and they're called fava beans. So you have to have them split ones. So if you buy the split ones, and they have to be peeled. So as you see, they are fully clean. There is no skin on them or anything. I have soaked them yesterday. So I make proportion of, let's say every 2 cups, it depends how many people you are, but like every 2 cups of fava beans full, 1 cup of chickpea. So they're all like dry, and I soak them in water, and now I'm gonna blend them, and I will show you what things we add. I'm gonna just give them a quick rinse because they've been soaked since yesterday. Okay, so now that I have rinsed them with water, they're ready to go in this chopper. I will need one leek for this amount because we are a big family. So 1 leek, 1 onion, and 1 big clove of garlic peeled. And we will need, I will add as well 1 chili. I like it. That just gives a bit of like chili, but it doesn't really taste much, just to give it a bit of heat. And I add some coriander powder, and as well fresh coriander, but because I always have so much coriander, so I freeze them so I can use them in such cases. So this is just a frozen fresh coriander. You can use fresh or frozen, but not that you have to use the dry one and the fresh one. So let's start now. So I will chop the leek and put them in here. So now I added the leeks. I just cut them any shape because I just washed them and cut them because anyway they're gonna be mixed, so it doesn't matter the shape. Now I'm gonna have the onion like this and add it here. I'm gonna add the chili. I'm gonna add the garlic, and I will add the coriander like so. So as I mentioned, you can use fresh or frozen, doesn't matter, as long as it's a green one. I'll add around a bunch of coriander, okay? So I put in each bag half, so this is around a bunch of coriander, frozen. Okay, this is the coriander. And now it's time to add some of these. So I'll make them on batches. I'm not gonna make them all in once because I don't think it can handle so much. So I will keep on like mixing and putting more, okay? So I'm gonna close it for now and add the rest later. So let's first mix these. First you have to have like a jar next to you that when you're ready to place them in it, I'll show you how. 1 second. So basically, sometimes, like because when I open it to add some more chickpeas and fava beans, sometimes I have it like it looks very dry and it's not like mixing well. So you can add a little bit water, so it's not a problem. So I'm just gonna add a bit of, just tiny bit, just to make it lesser in mixing, like lesser time consuming, and we'll again mix again. So as you can see, every time I see them shrinking, I add some more. And if I need, I can add some more fava beans because I have a big one like this, and again mixing. It's very like hard, so sometimes I check like a texture of it, so it has to be smooth, and like this it's almost reaching, it's almost, but I still want it more fine, yeah? So I'm gonna grind it a bit more, and later we're gonna add the spices, and let's grind it a bit more. But sometimes I just like to take the ones down, put them up. You can do that with a spoon but yeah, I just like to do everything with hand. So okay, so basically I have chopped everything, and now we have this texture. As you can see, it's not so soft and not soggy, it's just the right texture like this. Yeah, so this is the texture that you need, like this. And if you find that you added a little bit more water, you can just strain it, put it in a strainer, but try not to add a lot of water anyway. Just needs tiny weeny bit of water, okay, when you are just mixing it. So this is the texture that you need. And if you find sometimes like one left like this, it's okay, it will be fried, it will be nice. Yeah, so now we're gonna add the spices. So I'm gonna wash my hands and add the spices. So I'm gonna add big spoon of cumin, or 2 teaspoons. So that's 1 and 1 more, like this. Okay, so that's my cumin. And now I'm gonna add coriander powder, same amount, so either 2 or 1 big one. So that's 1 big one of coriander powder. And I'm gonna add a half a spoon of dry ginger, like this. So half a spoon of dry ginger. And I will add some pimento. So I'm gonna add 1 spoon of pimento, which is like, it's like a black pepper, but it's not black pepper. It's a sweet. It's not that hot. Okay. And I'm gonna grind some black pepper, just tiny bit, not much. You can put as much as you like, but this should be enough. Like this, black pepper. And I'm going to add some salt for sure. So, salt. Okay. Okay. And salt to taste. So I don't know, it depends what's your. I'm putting some coarse, like it's sea salt. So I don't put much. I prefer things not so salty in the house. So this amount of salt. Okay, so after that, for sure, we're gonna mix everything. So we're going to mix them, all the spices that we put, the ginger, coriander, cumin, and you can also sometimes add like big pieces of coriander, you know, not grinded, like not powdered. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it and come back to you. Okay, so now that I have mixed all the ingredients together, now at that stage you can just start frying it. But before frying it, I put the amount that I need, so you can freeze it. So you can just take like as much as you want out. And I have like pots. I have pots like these, so I just freeze them till like whenever I need them. Then I just take them out and fry it, because this is a big amount. Nobody can eat it. It's too much. So what I do, I make a big amount. Usually, I freeze it, or you can give it to your neighbors or whatever. And the ones I'm going to fry, so after I freeze some, the ones that I'm going to fry, I add on it some carbonate before I fry them in 20 minutes, so they will not be hard and they will be like a bit puffy. I will show you before I fry what I do, but for now I'm gonna freeze some. So I'm filling 1 pot to be frozen, as you can see here. So this pot will be frozen, will be sent to the freezer, or if any relative comes or something, you can always give it to them and they can fry it at home. Okay, so this is ready to be frozen. You see, I put it in an airtight thing, so no water comes in or something. Close it. So as I mentioned, this can be in the fridge for 1 day, 2 days maybe, or you can freeze it if you don't want it now, or you can give it to somebody and they will just need to fry it. So I'm gonna add some baking powder just before I fry. It will make it fluffier. So just like this, just a small tiny amount. I'm gonna mix it and then I'll start frying in like 5 minutes. So now that I have mixed it with the carbonate, I'm gonna start now frying. I thought I better show you shaping the falafel. So here you see I shaped the falafel like this, and then I will add some sesame. I dip it in the sesame like this. You see the sesame gives it a nice taste. And then I'm gonna put it into the oil. Okay, so this falafel will go straight into the oil. falafel. Sorry. So now the falafels are frying, and so try not to push a lot, like just it will by itself get out by itself. So don't scrape it like this. If it goes to the bottom, just wait a bit and it will go by itself up, because it means it's still wet, so it's not ready to rise. Yeah, look how nice. Oh, not ready yet, but the smell is awesome, isn't it, my cameraman?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will serve them in such a pita bread. You see this nice pita bread? You just warm it up a bit, and then you put the falafels, salads, and tahina sauce. I'll show you how it goes.
Like
I'm gonna warm them up a bit first. So now I'm gonna make the sauce. Now I'm gonna make the sauce which goes with the falafel. So I have here 1 big spoon of yogurt, just normal yogurt. I have some garlic cloves, which I'm gonna find them like this. I have this thing here, so I'm gonna squeeze them like this, some garlic, and I'll scrape them out like this. So I have 2 small cloves of garlic and 1 spoon of yogurt, big spoon. Now I'm gonna add on it some lemon. I'm gonna squeeze the lemon out for sure. Try to take all the seeds off and squeeze it. So I'm gonna squeeze a lemon on top. This will be very first half, and some more. So in total 1 full lemon. This sauce is called taratur, tahini sauce, you can say. We call it. Some people call it taratur, and some people call it tahini. Add tahini, which is. Now on top of that I'm gonna add tahini, which is sesame oil or sesame paste. You can buy it from any local stores. That's how it looks from inside, called tahini. So I will add 1 big spoon of tahini like this, and I'm gonna add some salt, just tiny bit of salt according to taste, and now I'm gonna mix like this. I need to get like a smooth mixed texture, not too thick and not too thin. So as you can see, you can also do it with like this. When they reach this kind of color, they are ready to be removed, and you put them on a tray. So here I have my falafels, and here is the bread that I will be using. Here's some salad that I cut, tomatoes, cucumber, and some, this is very nice, parsley, and some radish, cucumber, and onions. So basically you can either open it up and put the falafel in and the sauce, or you can just keep it like this, so whatever you like. So how it works is you just like split this, and you would put, let's say, a falafel, and then the tahina sauce, and then some veg, and you can do any way you like. And if you like this recipe, please give thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed it. Assalamu alaikum, ma salama.